Hey guys, my name's Jason. Thanks for tuning in. Today I wanted to show you guys some of the features of my knife, the Wolf Tracker here. Alright, so let me show you some of the characteristics of this knife here. Starting at the hilt of the knife, we have the lanyard strap. And we're full tang here, so if you needed to use that hilt to pound something in, you could. And then we got our handle, and if you notice on here, the handle kind of flutes out toward the front. That's just to give you a pretty good grip and your hand's not sliding up over. And also we have these grooves notched in here just for added grip. So if you want to choke up on the knife a little bit and put your thumb up here, we have these little notches filed in here. So we have them here, and then we also have them on the finger guard here on the back side, just for grip. If you want to use this portion of the blade here to do any whittling or whatever, you're going to want to choke up on it, and that allows you to choke up on it and have some good grip on there. So we also got, moving down the blade here, some serrations on about half of the blade, and then the other half is straight. And the serrations are for if you need to cut rope, or if anything that needs to be kind of serrated back and forth like this instead of in a chopping fashion. You got these serrations, so you can cut through some bone, through some rope, wood if you needed to saw through wood like that. And then this portion of the blade here is what you're going to use for your whittling, your slicing, things of that nature. And then of course here is your chopping head, and you can use this for all kinds of different things, but you're going to be cutting your firewood with this, splitting wood with it. And notice we have some saw teeth filed into the top here as well. And what that is a notch maker. I mean, you're not going to be sawing through any 2x4s with this thing, but you are going to be putting some nice notches in some wood for making traps and whatnot. And pretty good feature to have, and very sharp. I'll show you guys that in a little bit here. But we also have this flat section here above the chopping head, and what that is for is if you ever wanted to grab this and use this as a draw knife. Okay, you got a place where you can put your hand where you're not going to be, putting it on the saw teeth. So you can grab this thing pretty comfortably here, and then your other hand is on the handle, and you can use this as a debarker, to make some fine kindling for your fire and things of that nature. And then also, if you got you're splitting wood and you want to use like a pound stick, you have this flat surface here for the pound stick to help you get more leverage on that cutting head. And then the point here is poking stuff, things of that nature. You can use this head here for prying, for digging, for getting in some rotted wood and prying it out, and getting the grubs out like Bear Grylls likes to do. We have this hole up here, and what that is, I'll show you a little bit later. You can put a carabiner in there, and you can just hang this from your pack if you want to have ready access to it. I also have the sheath made for it, which I'll be showing you guys a little bit later too. And then one thing I forgot to show you was this little hole back here, and what that is just a wire bender. You can stick a piece of wire in there and bend it, and you can make fish hooks and things of that nature. So you may see this lanyard loop here and think, why is it not a loop? Why is it straight like that? And the reason I left it like that is just to make it more versatile. What you can do, you can put your finger through the little end loop there, and then wrap your hand around it that way. That's one way to use it. Okay? Or you could take this loop and then you have a more traditional style that's wrapped around your wrist in case you happen to drop it. So just some built-in versatility, made out of some paracord, so if you were in a real, survival type situation, you might be able to take this off and use that cordage for something useful. Okay, so here's a sheath that I made for the wolf tracker. I actually made this thing out of some truck floor mats that I picked up at Walmart. And I liked it because it had this mossy oak camo pattern on here. If you want to see how I made the sheath, I have a video posted to YouTube on that. This is the real deal. This ain't pieces of rain bucket stapled together. This is a high quality sheath right here, hand fabricated for the wolf tracker. Completely functional. Leg strap here. Comfortable to wear. Allows for full range of motion. Doesn't get in the way of anything. Pretty cool sheath. Made out of floor mats. Alright, just a quick little demonstration on the chopping capabilities of the wolf tracker. So this tool makes a pretty effective, scraper. Has some decent leverage to it when you put your hand up on the front here and on the handle. You can get yourself some wood shavings to start a fire with if you want to get to like the center of a piece of wood where it's dry. Get some good kindling. Or if you're making some bushcraft furniture, pretty useful to have that function as a scraper like that. And then you end up with a bunch of wood shavings that would probably make some pretty decent kindling for a fire. Okay, so one of the other features is the saw back here. It's actually more of a notch maker than a saw. Like I said, you're not going to be sawing through any 2x4s with this thing, but it makes a pretty effective notch in wood very easily. And that's useful for all kinds of different bushcraft applications. Setting traps, making things, making furniture. That's a really useful feature for this knife. So the sharp tip on here is pretty good at digging around in rotted wood, prying off bark and whatnot. because of its thin blade profile, it's actually pretty good at hewing logs. So if you needed a nice flat surface for like a fire drill or a fire bow, the Wolf Tracker can hew you a nice flat surface out of a piece of wood like that. Or if if you're making some furniture or some camp benches or anything that you need a flat surface for around the campsite. Okay, so we've all seen that the Wolf Tracker can chop through wood pretty good. I got this apple here just to demonstrate that it can also take care of some delicate tasks around the campsite. If you need to use it to prepare a meal, it's more than capable of doing that. So it does a pretty good job on the apple. You got to have a pretty sharp implement to peel an apple like this. Just a small demonstration of the capabilities of the Wolf Tracker. It slices. It dices. The Wolf Tracker. Nobody wants to stick their knife in the ground, but this thing was made to, if you had to, it makes a pretty decent digging implement. So in an emergency situation, if you needed to dig a hole for any reason, this thing would definitely be able to help you out. Hey Bear Grylls, I dare you to use this knife in one of your episodes of Man vs. Wild. Come on buddy, hook a brother up. The Wolf Tracker is definitely not your daddy's machete. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching my video on the capabilities of the Wolf Tracker. Good luck with your next project. Thanks for watching.
Mr. Jailer, go away now. Don't tell me no lies. Mr. Jailer, go away now. Don't tell me no lies. That train going down, it keeps rolling down the line. Well, my mama told me, my papa told me to. Well, my mama told me, my papa told me to. I shouldn't be here trying to sing these railroad told me, my papa told me to. That I shouldn't be here trying to sing these railroad blues. Wish I had all that mama said. Wish I had listened, oh, what mama said. And I wouldn't be here trying to sleep in this cold night bed.